Notice how the networks don't tell you about DC Comics. Making better Americans. Here's Comic Book Man and Bo.
Who is it this time, Commissioner? Joker, Egghead, Riddler, King Tut?
DC Comic Book News, Episode 60, Retired New Hire.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video house. It's time for
DC News. He's so violent.
This is DC News, and it's coming to you from Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics are 15% off every day for everyone, including DC Comics. This is an all DC Universe edition of DC News, and our first story up today is the upcoming return of Static to the DC Universe.
Well, he didn't leave the DC Universe. He's been hanging out with the Titans.
It's not like he's got a regular book.
He's going to get a new regular book in 2011, which will have him visit a couple of places before returning to his home base of Dakota. Felicia D. Henderson, who wrote the last 12 issues of Teen Titans, which apparently stunk up the joint, she's going to be writing the book. DC has not announced an artist, but she talked to creator Dwayne McDuffie, and he told her, don't try to do what I did when I was created the character. Do what you want to do with the character, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm not going to read the book anyway, is what he's saying. Well, Dwayne McDuffie's a busy man.
Well, he's sure not working at DC anymore.
He's working on animation.
Working on animation. Next up, if you've been wondering what the 100 Bullets team of Brian Azzarello and Eduardo Rizzo
It's keeping me awake.
have been up to, he knows.
We teased you in one of our last segments that they were working together on a new project for Vertigo. The new project they're working on is called Spaceman.
Spaceman.
It's basically a science fiction Blade Runner-esque type book, which will start out as a 9-issue limited series next year, and will not be a regular monthly title, but continue as a series of limited series.
So it's about a kid who doesn't go to
But it'll be science.
college.
It'll be science fiction.
Took up space.
Science fiction. Okay. Next up,
Everybody
we got Jack of Fables. This book is wrapping it up, folks. It's heading to the big round up in the sky.
This is 48. The book ends with number 50. The last issue will involve.
Will they do something special for number 50?
It'll be a 48-page issue.
It'll be bigger.
40-page lead story, which will involve every character ever seen in the book before. It'll also have an 8-page backup, which involves Babe, the little miniature ox. And they will also explain why the creators decided to make Jack Frost the main character of the series. Now, you as a retailer need to be really happy about one particular thing. Willingham and Sturgis thought it'd be a cool idea.
The book's gonna be free.
No, they thought it'd be a cool idea to have the book end with 50 and not let anyone know it until they read the damn book. People at DC went, we don't think that's a good idea. We don't think that'd be a good idea. Why don't you let people know that it's the last issue? And so they went, okay, we thought it'd be kind of cute. They're actually going to come up with some plans like announcing and soliciting 3 issues which they knew would never ship. But this week the word came out and they said, yeah, the book ends with 50.
That's okay. I don't pay for what I don't get, so.
Well, yeah,
solicit as many of them as you want. If you don't ship, I don't pay for them.
It actually kind of worked, but it would have been kind of a crappy thing to do.
This week, our time, and it's probably happened already. So if you haven't picked it up yet, run out to the comic book shop.
What time are we at?
We're in DC News time. This time, though, our time, Thunder Agents is getting ready to ship this coming Wednesday. And should people pick this book up? What do you think?
Since I haven't read the damn thing, how would I know?
What do you think, though, based on what you've seen? Based on what you've seen.
I think that Nick Spencer's a very good writer. K-Fru's a relatively interesting artist.
Yes.
I never really cared for the concept in the first place, but I will pick up the first issue.
Nick Spencer is writing the Jimmy Olsen feature, which is getting very good reviews. People are saying very nice things about it.
He's writing Supergirl.
Yeah.
He's writing the Supergirl book.
That's not selling quite so well.
Well, he hasn't taken over yet. He's taking over with 60.
Oh, okay.
He also wrote a whole bunch
of... Good, that's probably why he's taking over.
He's also taken over a whole bunch of independent stuff, and he's writing that Iron Man 2.0 book we told you about over at Marvel. But the cover artists for this issue, Frank Quitely and Darwin Cook, are going to alternate covers for issue number 1. Gary Frank's going to do issue number 2. Chris Sprouse is going to give the cover for issue number 3. Now, like I said, the Thunder Agents concept never really appealed to me at all.
Well, is this the same concept they're doing? It's a bunch of people who are dying, and they're given superpowers, but the powers
these
are
actually, yes, these are actually not the original characters, but new characters going to be getting the powers. And yes, the catch is you get these powers, they're really, really cool, but you will die because you have them.
Because the powers are burning you out.
Right, powers are burning you out.
Okay, last story we've got. DC, Warner Communications, publishes Spy vs. Spy.
No, DC International. It's big. It's
DC
huge.
International.
It's huge.
DC International publishes Spy vs. Spy under the Warner's umbrella, and they're doing a Mad Presents Spy vs. Spy special. And the reason you may care about this beyond the Spy vs. Spy universe, beyond the folks who pick up Mad magazine, is they're going to have 5 pinups by 5 comic book artists who never worked on Spy vs. Spy before.
Jim Lee,
Tom
Bunk. Who the hell's Tom Bunk?
Having a clue.
Peter Baggy.
Everybody
Doesn't sell. Yeah. Evan Dorkin.
Peter
Milk
Baggy.
and Cheese. Milk and Cheese. And Bob Stock. Never heard of him either.
Not sure who he is either.
I'll have a new cover by Peter Cooper, and it'll be out in stores on November the 17th.
Yeah.
Now, of all those people, Jim Lee be the only one people care about.
Well, Jim Lee's the big name.
He's the big name.
He's the big name.
I would have him do the cover, which would probably do better.
I'd be real interested. Well, he's not going to do the cover, but you'll want to pick it up for the inside. I'm real interested to see what his take on Spy versus Spy is. Whether or not he's going to do it like real gritty and grim, or whether or not he's going to do it up cartoony.
They're going to have belts that go across this way, and belts that go across this way, and they're going to have leg bands.
Yeah, they're going to have leg
and they're going to be
bands.
wearing helmets.
They're
Watch.
wearing helmets.
Watch.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll look like every Wildstorm character ever invented.
And they'll have long pointy noses that come out like this.
And then, well, no, they won't wear helmets because they wear those snappy hats.
Okay. And that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We've got no more DC news. And
The camera's laughing at us. What is he, drunk?
What are you doing?
The drag is busted. I was trying to get it to engage, and that's how you do it, Bill.
Well, I'm glad you're doing that now.
The
You want
I'm
to
an Earl!
you want to change oil in the car while we're at it too? I mean, we're only doing a show here. What the hell?
There's oil? Where's the oil?
But if you're still with us, you can go to the store's website and find out all the DC news that he sends me. I post up. And where's that at? Talk to Sarah.
www.myalternatereality.com. We took down the picture of Bo and his Speedo, so now it's safe to go back.
So we're done with our technical problems, but we're
just beginning.
No, we're just beginning. But
The promise of the future.
until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And Bo.
saying bye.
Hey kids, it's not Comic Book Man. Sweet Dan Sweet coming to you from alternate reality to let you know our hero of the month is Batman. Bruce Wayne is coming back from the dead, so that means everything from trade paperbacks, hardcovers, showcases, archives, and back issues featuring Batman are all 25% off. If you have holes in your collection, if you've been away from the series for a while, you need to get in here and get your books soon before they're gone. Before they swing away.